it's True Crime Queen. Today we're going to be listening to 3 Reddit story times. Then at the end, I'm going to give my opinion on what I think that they should do. If you guys agree or disagree, just let me know in the comment section down below. Let's get started. This one is called My Best Friend Secretly Hates Me. I'm a 20-year-old female and my best friend is a 21-year-old female. We've been best friends since high school. Now we're part of the same college friend group. Friday night, everyone was hanging out together like we typically do on the weekends. I had 1 drink and my best friend had about 3 to 4 drinks and we went back to her house. Everything was totally normal and I wasn't exactly planning to stay the night, but she pleaded with me and said we could get breakfast in the morning if I stayed. I obliged and she told me she was going to sleep alone in her room so that she could call her long-distance boyfriend. So after telling each other I love you goodnight and giving hugs, I went to sleep in the guest room. About 20 minutes later, I got a text from her that read, quote, "She's staying in the guest room so I don't want to talk her too loudly." I responded with a simple, huh? And received another longer text, how she just can't figure out a respectful way to get rid of me. It was probably around 2:45 a.m. at this point, but I packed up all of my things and snuck out the back door. The next morning, she sent me a voice memo apologizing and saying that she was drunk and meant to text her boyfriend, but quote, "I'm just not that fun anymore and we've grown apart." My heart is broken. It feels wrong to bring it up to anyone else in our group of friends, so I spent the last few days grieving and trying to remind myself that I'm only 20 and can still bounce back and find new friends. I agree. Unfortunately, my 21st birthday is a few weeks from now and I fear I won't have anyone to spend it with. Any advice on what I should do is greatly appreciated. So in this situation, I would say definitely just let the friend go, because obviously the other person already said that you're not that fun anymore, which is a really rude thing to say, like to someone else. And especially if she's not going to come directly to you and say like what the problems are and doesn't want to fix it, then just move on. Okay, so the second story time is called Tonight My Boyfriend Told Me His Wife is Pregnant. I'm a 28-year-old female and my boyfriend is 30. We've been together for about 7 months. He told me one day that he was going through a divorce, but otherwise didn't really discuss his ex. I started asking questions about why he wasn't having court hearings or why he wasn't carrying around divorce papers. He told me he filed them and that someone was serving her, but then more weeks would go by. Finally, I told him I wanted her phone number. He offered it to me before to make me feel better when I questioned him. I never took it because I believed him. But tonight he gave me her phone number. I didn't reach out to her, but I kept pressing him. He finally told me the reason he'd been holding off on his divorce is because his wife is pregnant and she needs his health insurance to have the baby. He swears it's not his and it's from a one-night stand that she had. I don't believe him. He lied to me for 7 months while I trusted him. I don't even know why, if it's not his child, why he'd lie about it. He could have said, "Oh, I'm getting a divorce. She's pregnant with someone else's kid," and I would have understood that. I know I sound absolutely clueless, but prior to this, he had been the most attractive, attentive, loving, caring person I've ever been with, and I wasn't expecting this at all. Thank you for any advice. I say just move on. Clearly, he's not really getting a divorce, and his wife is pregnant. It sounds like he already has a family. I think you should just back off and just let them figure everything out. For this last story, the title is, I told my neighbors my brother is dating their minor daughter and now everyone hates me. I'm a 24-year-old female and I have an older 25-year-old brother. We have family dinners every Sunday. He came over talking about how he met this new girl named Anne on campus and how she's so pretty and he's been talking to her for a few months. I asked who she was and if I knew her, and his voice got softer and says he doesn't want to get too happy and talkative because it's new, which I thought was weird because he was just boasting about it. The next morning, I noticed him talking to our next door neighbor's daughter, and it seemed innocent until I saw them walk from my view. Like sort of behind the fence. I can't really explain how our houses are connected. Feeling suspicious, I took a look at my Ring camera video and I saw them kiss. The problem? She's 16. Her name is Mary Ann, so it clicked. I felt sick to my stomach. She's a child. I babysat her while I was in high school, and she was a baby in my eyes, and she still is. I told my parents so maybe they could talk some sense into him and let her parents know what was going on, but they said it's a harmless crush and to let it phase out, whatever that means. I was not satisfied with this answer or their lack of action, so I went and talked to her parents. They immediately came over and all hell broke loose. They threatened to call the cops, which they did. Now my parents are mad at me, saying that I ruined my brother's life and it was harmless, but I'm like, no, it was not harmless. They were kissing and who knows if it went any further. I got tired of arguing with them after an hour, so I went to my place and my phone is getting so many calls and texts from our friends and our parents. The only person who's on my side is my aunt and her husband and a few of my friends. The ones who don't see anything wrong with this are no longer my friends. I've been called a bee, jealous, which isn't true. I'm engaged to someone in my age group, and I've been accused of trying to ruin my brother's chance at love. So am I the a-hole for letting her parents know? I don't think I am, but with the barrage of calls, it's getting hard to keep my mind in the frame that I did the right thing. He's my only sibling and I'd hate to fall out with him, but this I can't and won't ever be okay with. Also, her parents texted me and apparently she isn't the only girl, yes girl, that he's talking to. They looked through her phone and found out she had been arguing with some other girl from her school over my brother. Her parents thanked me for coming to them and telling them everything. They said her behavior was different, but they didn't know why, so now they're getting her therapy, and it's not as punishment, but her phone and laptop are going to be monitored so he can't contact her. Okay, good on them. Also, I'm going low to no contact with my family except for my aunt and her husband. I don't want to be connected to this in any way. He was wrong. My parents were wrong for trying to cover it up. This isn't the first time he's assaulted someone, but hopefully it'll be the last. Okay, yeah, that last person definitely did the right thing by turning their brother in because that's illegal. I'm glad that her parents also contacted the police. It's definitely also good that you're going low to no contact with people who don't see an issue with it because what's wrong with them? Like, that's disgusting. So yeah, no, you are not the a-hole. All right, you guys, that's the last of the 3 story times. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on this video in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think of the series. Love you for watching. Bye.